do with these recordings of me reading the Bible, but I just thought I would because I don't know what I'll use it for, but whatever I use it for, and if I send it to anyone, I hope you like it. The creation of the world. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and the darkness was over a face of deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And God saw that the light was good. And God spread the light of darkness from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there were evenings and there were mornings. The first day, and God said, "Let there be an expansion." This one's a little bit of a tricky word. Let there be expansive in the midst of the water, and it separate the waters from the waters. And God made the expanse and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters, so that they were above the expanse. And it was so. And God called the expanse of heaven. And the evening, and there was morning. The second day, and God said, "Let the waters under the garden in Eden. In the east there was in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And without the ground the Lord God made to spring up every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life was in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of the Eden to water the garden, and there was a divided and became 4 rivers. The name of the first was the Prison, is that one that flowed around the whole land of Havanalia, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. Bedyl and Oxyan stone are there. The name of the second river is Gihon, is the one that flowed around the whole land of Curse. And the name of the third river was the Tigris, which flowed east of Assyria. And the fourth river is the Lord God took the man, and he put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, "You may surely eat every tree of the garden, but the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For the day that you eat it of let me start over. But of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat from. For in the day that you eat of it you shall surely die." Then the Lord God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him." Now out of the garden Out of the grounds the Lord had formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called every living creature, that was its name. The man gave names to all the livestock and to the birds of the heavens, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper fit for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and while he slept, took one look of the ribs and closed up its place with flesh, and the rib that the Lord had taken from the man, he made into a woman and brought her to the man. Then the man said, "This is at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed to fall." Now the serpent was more crafty than any other beast of the field that the Lord had made. He said to the woman, "Did God actually say, 'You shall not eat from any type of tree in the garden'?" And the woman said to the serpent, "We may eat from the fruits of the tree of the garden. But God said, 'You shall not eat the fruit of the tree that is the midst of the garden, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.' But the serpent said to the woman, 'You will surely not die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.' So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate it, and she also gave some of her husband who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together to make themselves island clothes. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord among the trees in the garden. But the Lord called to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" And he said, "I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked and I hid myself." He said, "Who told you you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?" The man said, "The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me the fruit of the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord said to the woman, "What is that you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate it." The Lord said to the serpent, hold on. There we go. because you have done this, cursed you are above all livestock and above all beasts of the field. On your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life. I'll put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He shall bristle your head, and you shall bristle his heel. To the woman he said, I will surely multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children. You desire, you shall become contrary to your husband, but he shall rule over you. And to Adam he said, because you have listened to the voice of your life, and you have eaten the tree of which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. In pain you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the fields. You shall eat bread till you return to the ground, for out of it you are taken, for you are dust, and to dust you shall return. The man called for his wife, named Eve, because she was the mother of all living, and the Lord God made for Adam and for his wife garments of skins and clothed them. Then the Lord God said, Behold, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Now, lest he reach out his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore, the Lord God sent them out from Therefore the Lord God sent them out from the Garden of Eden to work the grounds of which was taken. He drove the man and at the east of the garden, and he placed the tribune and a flaming sword that turned every way to guard the way of the tree of life. Cain and Abel. Now Adam knew Eve his wife. He conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again, and she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain a worker of the ground. And in the course of time, Cain brought the Lord offspring of the fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regards for Abel and his offspring, but for Canaan and his offspring had no regards. So Canaan was very angry, and his face fell. The Lord said to Canaan, Why are you angry, and why is your face fallen? If you do well, you will not be accepted, and if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. It desires a country to you, but you must rule over it. Cain spoke to Abel his brother, and when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. The Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel, your brother? He said, I do not know. Am I the brother's keeper? And the Lord said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground, and now you have cursed from the ground, of which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be fugitive and wanderer on the earth. Can said the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. Then the Lord said to him, not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him in sevenfold. And the Lord put a mark on Canaan, lest anyone who found him should be attacked. Then Canaan went away from the presence of the Lord and settled the land Nod east of Eden. Canaan knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enkel. When he built a city, he called the name, the last name of Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad's father Methoriah, father Mashilia, and Mashilia father and Machlah took two wives, named the name of one of them Adu, and name of the other Ziliah. Alabajah. He thought of his heart was only evil continually, and the Lord regarded that he made man on earth, and it grieved to him to his heart. So the Lord said, I will blot out the man whom I have created. I will blot out the man who I am created from the face of the land, man and animals and creeping things of the birds of the heavens. For I am sorry I have made them, but no, who have found favor in the eyes of the Lord. So I think that's where I will stop it now. If I ever record again, then I will, for context, I'll start reading Noah and the flood. So that's basically, I would say, I haven't read it personally yet, but I would probably say that's the part where Noah, I think with the context I have, Noah's love for the Lord, and he basically cradles every animal into about to save them all, and along with his wife, so every two animal, most of them, and they would go in Noah's Ark, so that God can flood the earth and flush out all the evil from it. And I think that's how much context I can get to. If I ever record again, that's where we all begin. Hope you enjoyed this. If it was just recording for the past for me, or if it was for anyone else. God be with you, and have a blessed day. Maybe next time we'll have a quick prayer, but I don't think I got time, so I'll see y'all. God bless you. Bye.